Welcome to Bay Area Black Roads, Bay Area Black Roads. We're getting ready to take a trip down to San Jose with a group of film producers, people in the industry, and we're going to visit first the Owazi's African Culture Center. There we'll network and see what her organization's doing, and from there we're going to go to meet at the theater not far from there with a gentleman who's been putting on the Silicon Valley African Film Festival for 14 years now, and we're going to talk. This is really just like a retreat of sorts to go and do this mixer that's going to connect us to the film industry over in Africa. There will be 103 films being shown over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 33 different countries, a plethora of filmmakers. That's where we're getting ready to head. So stay with us after me.
What's going on? We're about to make history today. We're about to go to Silicon Valley to meet with some very special people. Wish you was here. Stay tuned. I will be back to you. More updates on what we're about to do today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi. You want me to say?
Yeah.
Are we going to Palo Alto?
Yeah, it's like Palo Alto.
Okay, because that's what this is saying.
Ain't no reality.
Oh, hell no.
Get it all. Get it all. Yes, sir. Watch yourself. Watch yourself.
Hey, you see how that works? You
want to sit. Where you want to sit. So watch your step.
But I don't want to be crowded on nobody.
Back here, back there. How you want to do it?
I gotta sit next to the wizard. Yeah, that's individual to jump. Yeah, chop it up. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
And that's the problem with difference between individuals that jump in, the Caucasian or individuals that black. I would like to call them black in so many different colors too.
So they do distribution, huh?
Yeah, our drive. They do video and they do radio station.
Podcast?
Podcast. Yeah, I'm gonna start mine up.
What are you gonna be doing?
Poetry and
Real spill.
I just said it.
Just in case.
You want?
Let's talk about it.
Talk about it.
Music producer, Grammy, he's on the team. He just lost his mom, so he's going to be out of surgery.
Okay, this is it. First of all, thanks for coming down here. Patience is amazing. Everything that she's doing is amazing, and she's connected. We have our differences. We have, you know, all that's part of the journey. At the end of the day, nothing can break us up.
That's right.
We have a mission that we're on, and we got to stay with that. When we leave here, she wants everybody to go around and see everything here. When we leave here, this good friend of hers, who's like family, is what it's all about. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 103 films, 33 countries, all kind of. See, he's a businessman. All kind of stuff. Everything that we could possibly imagine connecting ourselves to.
Yes, yes.
And this, we're going to meet the people behind everything. So whether we come Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, it would be nice that we can make it down here for the actual event. But she invited us down because this is groundbreaking. It's going to be really special. It's going to be really special. So thank all of you guys for coming on such short notice. I know getting on that hot bus, you know, a year from now, we're going to be laughing, telling stories, but we're going to be stronger, and the community's going to be so much better.
Very strong. Yes, yes.
So go ahead, man.
So I want to welcome you. Thank you, Cory.
Yes.
We go a long, long way. So I'm so glad he was able to get you all together to come here. And my name is Patience Awazi, and I'm the founder of the Awazi African Heritage Center, which is a miniature of Africa. It's telling our story. It's telling our history. You will visualize the lives of the people who left Africa to come here. You will visualize their journey. You will also visualize what goes on in Africa. The traditions in food, the traditions in arts and crafts, the tradition in clothing designs, the tradition in marriage, the similarities in our cultures when it comes to the color, the boldness of the color with the people in diaspora in the islands. You will start seeing, you will start drawing the similarities. So this is just the first phase. It's been very challenging, just groundbreaking here. Because I paid for this place last year in October, 2 weeks after I fell. But I knew we needed a presence and a place to tell our story, a place to live our story, a place for our children to come and learn our story and create new ones. There are traditions here that we would like for other people to learn and continue. And as you read, you go through the pictures. I made it so visual that you don't have to read too much. But you could see through the pictures some of the topics, like the basket weaving in South Carolina, the Geechee tribe. It's the same thing that the enslaved people brought from Africa. They're still doing it. Louisiana, you have the stew-based foods, you know, tomato-based. Same thing in Africa. So there's a lot of those similarities. And we want everyone to be in the mood, be in the visual mood, to picture themselves like, okay, this is the journey. This is where our forefathers came from. And I think it would be wonderful for you to leave here with something you could share with other people.
Yes.
Because it's been very expensive. Just being here in Palo Alto, if anyone knows what Palo Alto is all about. And secondly, it took me 6 months to even start putting any We have culture classes, workshops. We want people to learn the culture. I have a book there, The Culture and Cuisines of West Africa. It's a 3-part book. The first part is all about the culture and the people and the celebrated events. The second part of that book is the complete cookbook of West Africa, the coast of West Africa. The third part of that book is talking about the medicinal values of the ingredients. So we're dealing with the culture, we're dealing with the food, we're dealing with our health, all in one. So without further ado, I want to welcome you again to the African Heritage Center. And please enjoy yourself. I'm open to any questions, any volunteers, any researchers, anyone who wants to contribute to this place to grow. This is what we have started just a little bit, but we're going places and we need you all to join us on this journey. It's about all of us. It's not just about Africa. It's about all of us. The people in the islands, the people in Colombia, our people who went to Mexico.
Right.
We want to include them, and hopefully someday we take this whole block.
That's right.
That?
That's right. That's right. All right.
So we have wine, water. The juice has almost disappeared, but that's good. That tells me my people were thirsty. Food is never enough. So whatever is here, we'll celebrate, we'll enjoy ourselves. Then we go together there and see my friend, who is also putting something wonderful, telling our stories through the lenses of our own stories.
Right.
And my goal is that the filmmakers here will connect with the filmmakers in Africa.
Yes.
That's really my goal.
Yes.
That's really what I wanted, that we should do that connection. Because there's always this distance, and it shouldn't be so. So this could be the beginning of our connection. And if you want to go to Africa, let us know. We'll make that trip happen.
We want to go. Everybody in here, we want to go.
And what I would like is, tell me your interest. As you go through, there'll be some interest, something of interest to you. I want to learn how to weave the kente. I want to learn how to do the pottery. Those kind of things. So that when you go, you satisfy some of your curiosity. Okay?
Sounds good to me,
I'm
man.
glad you guys made it.
All right.
One thing that Patience did before COVID, when you had the event with all the different countries being at San Jose City College, she had a panel that was African American and African, and we went to the core of why we're divided. And some of the things, I'm not going to be long with this, some of the things that we touched on was, okay, they walk 10 miles to school in elementary school and have tattered books and pay attention to the teacher, and they're blessed to have an education. We take advantage of the system. Section 8, they think we're lazy and we think they're arrogant. But what causes us to be divided isn't us against each other. It's been a systemic thing that's been going on for cultures and centuries. And when we were enslaved and brought over here and had our language taken away from us, our names and all of our identity, we had to fit into the European system to some degree. So there's a reason why everybody looks at each other the way they look at each other. But in that panel, we found out that listening to each other and finding out why we think that way about each other, we came away from that with yet again a new narrative on how we can still come back together as African Americans, as Africans. And all it means is come together and share information and embellish qualities that we have that are still more similar than not. So that's what this thing is all about. I'm really looking forward to going to the next place.
Yes.
This is to some sort of reality. This is just a stepping stone to what is a wider dream. And so I just pray that we can all pull hands together and help her up. That's what we're here together for. We're sisters, we're brothers in Christ and in life.
Yes.
And she's been so wonderful to me, actually. I just had a kidney transplant just about 3 years ago, and she has been instrumental in my recovery, and because there were some dark days, and that's just the kind of person she is. So,
Wow.
thank you for bringing me up. I'm just supposed to be in the background, but no. She's a very good person, and she, after her transplant, she's gone into business and she's doing government contracting.
Wow.
So if you are in that arena, she would like to speak with you so you can compare notes, Thank you. Yes.
All right.
And my
Amen.
brother here, Victor, would like to say something.
Yeah, my name is Victor. I'm a patient of my place. We've known each other. Our dads were great friends. Over 55. Tunji
I'm
may
not that old. Right.
yes, you are. Tunji may have had a kidney transplant. I had a kidney and a pancreas. Today is the second anniversary of 2012.
Amen. Amen. That's right. That's right.
I am the executive director of a 501c3 that Cory Jefferies and I started. I am their boss. I am the executive director.
He's the boss.
I am the secretary. Cory is the treasurer. So we are
the money.
in the 501c3.
Yes.
We're in the 501c3 business.
Yes.
But I always like to tell people there's no 501c3 that doesn't go along with profit-making business. Because you can only be generous out of the result of your profit making. Poor cannot help the poor. Blind cannot read the blind. So there's no amount of good you want to do that then need money. If your income not very high, somebody else is writing the check. Unless you are Mother Teresa, in which case somebody is writing her check. However, about the movie making thing, I thought I had to say this. I was at the checkout counter and I was talking to the person there, and the lady, black lady, had my accent. So she says, "Can I ask you something?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Where is Wakanda?" I haven't seen the movie, but my kids talk about it. So I told her, Wakanda is in Hollywood.
Right.
I could see her face, she was so hurt. She really felt, she thought Wakanda was a place where Africans dressed in Jew. I don't know what it is, but there's something about Wakanda that captivated her.
Yes.
The color, maybe you've seen it, I don't know. I mean, I can only think of Eddie Murphy's coming to America and that stuff.
Yeah.
But the reason I say that is because these people are movie makers, or you want to make things, you have to make a film that is grounded in reality.
Yes.
See, it's not the silver screen that tells the story. It's the storyteller that projects something on the silver screen. I'm from Africa. I didn't hear about Kwanzaa until I came to the States.
Wow.
I've never seen a kente club until I came here and I realized, oh, that was from Ghana. So there are certain symbols of quote-unquote Afrocentricity that frankly, and with all due respect to your feelings, meaningless. Because to be African is a state of mind. It ain't how long you've been out of Africa. Because they're Africans in the US who might as well be white. And they're Americans, black Americans who are African because of the way they think, the way they internalize relations, problems, solutions to what they do. So as movie makers, I really came here, again, as part of the Enigma Venture Group which we created, to
be able to make sure we can get a sense of that cross-cultural coordination, that thing amongst us, that no matter how far away we are across the oceans, we are still together.
Yes.
You know, it could be in the food, it could be in the music, it could be in the movies, it could be in the arts, but there's still something that is there. And then I'll make this last point. The diaspora is just a term people use without any basis in reality. To be in the diaspora doesn't mean you're outside Africa. To be outside Africa is to be a migrant. You either came voluntarily as I did, or involuntarily. Somehow, most of you, the ancestral party. But to be in the diaspora, you have to have the frame of mind to want to.
I like a think tank creator. I work at a hospital. I was involved with a drink. It didn't go too well because of certain things that we don't take care of. I enjoy making movies. I have a lot of writers. You're going to see one of them. One of his movies is Twin Flames.
Twin Flames is the shit.
Right. So you got
yeah. Big up to Twin Flames.
Yeah.
Like, big up that movie. Good movie, man.
Looking to really build a gap, try to build a bridge from the United States to Africa to really make something happen. We are 20 years behind. We were far behind what we need to do. And it's not even funny. It's not even funny because it's too much chaos. I ain't sometimes even scared to go to certain places because the crime has gone up in certain areas. And you know, it hasn't got so bad. We got a lot of wonderful minds out there, people we can create jobs. But it's like the money is not, you can't get the money because you got so many gatekeepers, they're holding on to it because they're scared that they don't want people to outshine them. Everybody should be millionaires in here. There's too much money out there not to be.
That's right.
We got 50 states, we got a big continent, we got all these countries, we got to be able to utilize our resources to make things happen.
Come on.
So this is a blessing because we've been trying to get some things together for a couple of months. And now it's time. It's time for us to get out of this eggshell and try to work together and try to put that ego to a side. I understand everybody wants to get paid, everybody wants money. That money makes the world go. But if we can come together and make it, we can really make an impact, just not here, but other states and countries. They need us. Who's going to do this? The other countries, other people, race is not going to do what we're about to do.
Exactly.
So we just need to come together, try to not to deal with all this negative energy because the energy is bad, especially in the Bay Area. I already noticed that. The energy is very bad in the Bay Area. That's why we cannot get things going in the Bay Area because the energy is bad. So if we can be able to come together, network, because we need the money. We need to find those big fishes out there that's willing to help us. We got enough writers. We got enough talented people around here to make something happen. So we here, so let's make something happen.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And once again, I'm Eric Lewis.
Andre Ward. You're the next.
Yeah, you Drake. Yeah.
Let them see your back. Let them see your front.
The true 25.
Now do the open poke.
Watch yourself. I'm Andre Ward with T25 Hill Entertainment, filmmaker as well. And there's a long story about all this stuff, and I've got to try to kind of condense it.
Turn yourself around.
But my whole career started back going to Nigeria in 2000 to promote a world championship fight between Bash Ali and Terry Ray. To make a long story longer, we came out of that with a world championship. For which
That's right,
Andre.
Yes, that's right. Give it up.
And so I was the first American since Don King promote a world championship fight on the continent since the Ali Foreman fight, right? And so when I came back, you know, I had a cosmetology school as well, accounting practice, and then all of a sudden, when I came back with the belt, I started meeting entertainers and stuff. Ohio Players, Lakeside, and a whole host of other people.
Wow.
Then all of a sudden, we came up with this concept of a film. At first, it started out as beauty school, then Second Chance, and Sin to 72. And this was out of my school on Broadway. And then that's when I met Brother Kevin Evans, who directed in South. And that's when we were doing some screening with people and testing people out and so forth. And then the film just took a life of its own, and that's what started going down to LA a lot, meeting everybody, meeting Bill Duke, Dorian Harewood, and several other people in the business, a lot of musicians and talent. And now, up to this day, and we made our second major film, which is United We Stand, for which we were approached by the United Nations to come up and to do something about global poverty. And what their agenda is to get 1 billion people off the poverty road by 2030. And so that's what that film is about, because women were dying in Africa because of awareness. When you go to Africa, and especially if you're in the Lagos area, you're going to experience power outages several times a day. It's going to be out for hours. People turn on their generators just so that they can get energy. And it's still bad. Brother just said we are 20 years behind. And it's more or less about 160 since the emancipation in 1865, after 310 years of free labor. And so, but in Nigeria especially, they keep the people artificially suppressed because Nigeria is one of the richest countries in the world. A lot of natural resources, but the people are not getting the use of these resources. And so when we developed our website, and now we're distribution, we distribute films, music, we make films, we're participating with other artists. Came back, we started meeting people. There's Harold Keel. His CD is up with his Show Enough.
Yep.
Show Enough. Brother, beautiful singer. You need to see him in person perform. There's Dr. Nanana Kweku. He has a talk show on Tuesday nights. There's Brother Eddie Langford. He's our videographer.
Yeah.
Sandra Smith, who we box all the time with. And she's a great filmmaker, award-winning filmmaker.
Love you, my brother. Love you.
And she hosted our film at Tech, Oakland Tech from high school, my alma mater, our 50-year reunion, and she was the moderator of that project. And my girl Kimba.
Okay.
What's the name of your CD? It's up on the website.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Stay in the light. Stay in the light.
Stay in the light. Amen. You gotta stay in the light.
And then also our other family member over here, this sister here, she was in our last film with Gerald.
Okay.
And she moderated
team.
that project. Excellent reporter, excellent researcher, and all that. Brother Cory, who also works along with us as well. And so, and he's one hell of a
network. Network.
Yeah. Boy, and when he gets you on the phone, just kick back and get you something to drink. And he's gonna. You might think you're gonna be going here, but you're going way out there. Okay. When he gets you there. Brother Marcus Stanley Stevens, my dear cousin over there. That's one of my heroes in life. And so he also works on our video team as well. And so we got some other people with our team that's going to be at the event in San Jose. Did I miss any of my team members? Okay, I think that's everybody.
Yeah, I
okay,
think so.
So that's what we do. And I'm telling you, when you go to Nigeria, I'll tell you this. Some of the best food I've had in the world is in Nigeria. Actually, best Chinese food I ever had was in Nigeria.
What?
The best pizza I ever had in my life was in Nigeria.
What?
And then the African food.
Serving, the black people are serving Chinese people, where
Black
Chinese people serve us soul food.
Okay.
Nigerians have perfected foods from around the world. Then I started experimenting with the African food. I used to have a flat stomach before I went to Nigeria. And so I jumped on fufu and bushman stew and all of that. And so Africa is real. Oh, one other thing, I don't want to bore you too much. When you go, if you're going to Nigeria, you must go to Badagry. That's when I had, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's when I had a spiritual awakening.
Ah.
That's right.
A real spiritual awakening, because Badagry was a slave trading port.
Oh, yeah.
And it was Chief
In
Moby.
Ghana.
Chief Moby was selling off his own people. I actually went into the little slave trading museum where they held the Africans. I can't say slave. Once they're on the continent of Africa, you don't call them slaves, they're African. When they're taken off of the continent, that's when you become slaves.
That's right.
And so when I went in there, I experienced picking up the chains that they were putting around their necks. It's like going to the gym. Real iron. And it was
That heavy?
That heavy.
Yeah.
Putting it around the brothers and the sisters' necks.
Wow.
The things that they would put on their mouth to keep their mouths closed. And then I went out to the shore. There was this door of no return.
Yeah, I read about that.
Flat rock.
Yeah.
I walked through that door on the flat rock, and I stood there. That's when I looked out over the lagoon, where you can imagine in your mind's sight the little canoes that they took out to the deeper water
Yeah.
where the slave ships were. And then it was though as the Creator himself grabbed me. He said, man, your ass ain't here for boxing. Go ahead and knock that dude out, get through with it. Your real mission is why we're here right now.
Come on
Come
now.
on now.
Because if I hadn't done that, I'd never met Kev, would have never met none of it. I've been doing something totally different. 'Cause my degree is not in boxing, it's not in filmmaking. It's just something I picked up along the way. And so that's what we do. We can talk more later about it, but I'll surrender the floor to...
Wow, Andre.
This dude is a real connector. A real connector.
All right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're all here at the invitation of our Creator.
Come on now.
And whatever gift you have was given to you by the Creator.
Yes.
And with that gift, you were given a purpose. And we're all living out our purpose. Every day, I'm on a spiritual awakening. I've been knowing Kevin since we were kids. It was Kevin who inspired me to do something different with my life, because back in the day, I was smoking dope, hanging out, and not going to school. And one day I seen Kevin, and Kevin said, it's got to be something better than this. We was just kids. But on this day, he was walking up the hill, and I just saw him looking off in the distance, and 5 years later, I see him with cameras around his neck, and he's doing Straight Outta Hunters Point.
Oh, I remember that movie.
My platform is the Black Legacy Wealth Project. We're launching come January, and we sit on a digital streaming platform. And so we want to set our platform up to change the mindset of how people see us as a people. Because there's too many negative images that we all have bought into. And my spiritual awakening came in 2016 when my truck went airborne. And on the process of going up, as you hear my voice right now, I heard God's voice said, relax, everything's going to be okay.
Yes.
After that, my truck said, boom! And I thought I hit something and, pop up Willie, but my truck actually rolled 7 times.
Ooh,
And I had 26 injuries. I broke my back with my T9, T8, T7, T6. Had 4 cracked ribs and a collapsed lung, and I'm supposed to be paralyzed from the chest down.
but you're not. Thank
And
God.
through that experience, I was coming off of losing my dad and 3 brothers, ending a 20-year marriage and losing 2 homes, and losing $243,000 in my bank account. And at the lowest point in my life, I came to the realization that it wasn't the material things that were going to make me happy.
Come on.
It wasn't the relationships that were going to make me happy. It was fulfilling God's purpose
There you go.
that was going to bring my happiness. So I've never had a lack of access. All of us have access,
Correct.
but we're all here for one reason. I have a vast network. You would be surprised who I know. 9 times out of 10, I know someone that you know. And I don't assume the role. I have no ego whatsoever. What other people think about me is none of my business.
Come on now,
What
get
my
that one.
Creator thinks about me is my business.
Hello.
So each day I get up and I do my Creator's will. And a lot of time, my biggest job is humbling myself.
Amen.
And accepting the fact that it's not all about me, it's all about you.
Yes.
So I'm here today, and I'm transparent. Me and Cory had a misunderstanding. And I went to go see Cory, and I said, hey, because I'm old school, I need to talk to you man to man. He said, where are you at? I said, just tell me where you at. I'll get there. And we sat down and we broke bread and we had an understanding.
Amen.
I met Miss Cohen the other day, and me and her need to have a conversation for a different reason. But had me and Cory not talked, I wouldn't have been here to talk to Miss Cohen today.
Come on, bro.
Amen.
And while I'm riding down here, I'm saying, my brother Kevin Epps should be down here. And who's down here when I get here is Kevin. So,
And I brought him.
and so we're here as an invitation of our Creator. We're here to do something greater than ourselves. We are not going to lead the revolution. We're going to fuel it.
Come
Come
on.
on now,
Because
you
the
better
revolution
say that.
is in the hands of our younger people.
Yes.
That's right.
And unless we start becoming more real about who we are,
Yep.
and make it normal to say, I love you, brother.
Come on.
Make it normal to say, brother,
Come
I was
on.
wrong. Make it normal to say, let's build from here.
Come on.
Make it normal to say, well, you in Africa, but I'm in the United States, but we still black.
Exactly.
We have something to accomplish. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. The only thing I ask you is to just be patient with me, because I'm still under construction. I'm somebody who will speak the truth. I don't believe in cutting corners and going around. I'm a vibe brother. If the vibe ain't there, I'm out the door.
Come on
If the
now.
vibe is there, I'm there. If you got something to say to me, just say it to me. I'm extremely transparent.
Yes.
So I'm
Believe that.
honored, I'm humbled. I thank you guys for being a part of that energy to bring me down here. And I just know that we got work to do. Thank
That's
you.
right.
Come on.
Dr. Nana Quake.
Doc. Oh, man.
Malcolm X's old buddy.
Well, let me try to condense it a little further than everybody else did, because where I come from was, to be quite honest with you, the first thing I ever became a part of in my life as a young man and human being was when I joined up with Malcolm X before he was murdered up in Holland. I had never belonged to anything. I never had a family or nothing. I lived in the street. And me and my brother rode the subway in New York all night and stole all day.
Okay.
That was my life. But when I met Malcolm and these brothers convinced me to wait a minute. I'd been listening to him talk, and I guess for the first time, he was saying something that spoke to me where I was. And I said, I want to be a part of that. And I made a commitment at that point that I was ready to leave him for that idea. In fact, I was supposed to have been there the night that he was murdered, but I was in Boston, couldn't get a flight out, so we weren't lucky enough to get over there because we were providing security for him the next night in Boston. But that's where mine started. And since that time, I have always tried to connect with other people who understood that we cannot accomplish anything by learning how to be Europeans. Right?
Come on now.
In the history of the world, no group in power ever educated you to the point where you were going to raise up and take some of their power away. So my concept it's always been Malcolmite, Garveyism. Unless we control every single thing that goes through our communities, we are losers.
That's right. That's right.
It should be a sin to send your kids to the schools where the Europeans are educated.
Right.
And so I'm fighting against that, and I would join forces with anybody whose objective is Africa, a united African people,
Come on now.
global.
That's right. Amen.
Well, we control our education, we control our security, we control everything that we need, because that is the only way for us to be free and successful as a people. I met this good brother here, Brother Andre, and he allowed me the privilege of doing a radio show on at the station. I'm on Tuesday nights. It's called A Mothership. And actually, I just got through with a surgery. That's why I have that cane there. And so I've been off for a few weeks, but I'm getting ready to go back on this week after next. And we're going to be on every Tuesday night. And we invite any of you guys that have something to say, that's something to add to the conversation that's going to lift us all up. It ain't about me. It ain't about me, because any one of us in here could be a billionaire tomorrow.
Come on now, you better say that.
All we have to do is just sell our soul.
Oh, Lord, no.
And that's what we do every day when we go out and we continue to inject European concepts on our children, and we continue to live under those concepts. We're selling our soul, only we're not reaping the benefit. I'm saying that it's time for us to reap the benefit of our own thinking.
We can get that money circulating with each
That's right.
other.
Get that money. Buy black.
Yeah.
Seek out people that you can go and support, especially if they are giving back to that community.
Yes, sir.
I was out 20 miles out of my way to go get a pound of whatever I need to eat if somebody black is selling it. We don't want to do that. We make sacrifices every day, but we don't do the things that's necessary to bring us together, where once again we can control the community, not the police. We can control the education system. I went to school back when the schools were not integrated. We were getting education then. You didn't come out of the 3rd and 4th and 5th grade and 6th grade and couldn't read. We have people graduating from high school now, and I work with some of those people who cannot read, and they have graduated.
Come on.
You know, so our problem is not them, it's us.
Say that again.
It's not them, it's us.
Thank you, Doc.
We need to raise our thinking, elevate our thinking to the process of, it's not going to be easy. It's not easy getting up out here living in a world where somebody else controls it. Amen. It's not going to be easy, but the trip is going to be worth it.
Yes.
Like we were lost coming down here, I think, a couple of times when we got here, right? So it wasn't easy, but we're here. And I'm glad I'm here, but Andre called me, he said, hey man, you need to be with us tomorrow. You got to be down there. And I was, you know, trying to make an excuse, but I said, no, let me get out of here and go down there.
I heard you making that excuse.
You heard me make an excuse. Well, but you know once I make a commitment, I'm on.
That's right.
And so, you know, I met patients years ago. So a lot of you I met here, and I see the work, I see the energy, and I'm just here to be part of that. I don't want to be the king or nothing. I just want to be a part of the system, okay? That makes us grow and develop as Africans. And I like to use the term, not African American, but American African.
Come on, Sean.
We are Africans. Right?
Yes.
And so that's what I'm about. And by all means, please tune in to our show on Tuesday nights. And anytime I can do anything to lift us up, and you need somebody to be a body, a part of it, by all means, I'll leave my card. I have a few cards with me, but you guys contact us at the station and you can get in touch with me. And I got a new book coming out called Scattered. I've been working on it since I've been injured stuff.
Come on, man.
And it's going to tell the story about this stuff, about
Yes,
how
sir.
we need to, you know, lift ourselves up out of European traditions and return to the source. There's an old term called Sankofa.
Yes, Sankofa, yes.
It is not a sin to go back and get something that was lost.
At the movie Sankofa.
We have been lost. It's
Yes.
not time to go back and get it. Thank you.
All right.
I just want to tell you brothers that are in here and you sisters, I'm setting up the State of the Black Man panel where I'm looking to have 7 to 8 black men. I've already talked to Dr. Joe Marshall. He's going to be working with me on this, but we're going to do the State of the Black Man. I'm seeking out Dr. Wade Nobles, who used to teach black studies at San Francisco State.
Kwaku taught with him too.
I want to have this panel so as black men we can talk about where we're at around our mental health, around our physical health, where do we stand at, and what do we have to do to help change our community. I hate to say this, but we got to come and start giving our sisters more support. because they've got to a place. I've seen young black women raise 3 to 5 children on their own with the thought of committing suicide. Their children are the only thing they're living for. So we have to start looking at who we are as black men. What do we do to change the community? And out of this conference, what I want to do is set goals for the new year. So we're planning this for late December to set New Year goals, and I want to try to get each local city, whether it's Richmond, San Francisco, and Oakland, when they sign in, they're going to say where they're from, and I want them to commit to at least starting a chapter to address mental health in their community for black men.
Yes.
Sandra Smith. Yes. Everybody's been waiting. Just a week.
You don't have to go over there. You can stay.
All right.
Take the stage.
I'm gonna take front and center stage. Well, I am Sandra A. Smith, everyone, and I want to thank Brother Cory for putting all this together to bring us out here to network as filmmakers and entrepreneurs. So it is truly a blessing. I'm an Indie Award-winning filmmaker. I have done numerous of films, short films, documentaries, music videos, commercials, but right now I'm in a challenge of finishing my first feature, but God is able to allow me to finish it. I'm just trusting and pressing on. Yes. But I'm just here to network and to just be a blessing however way I can and to receive a blessing. Because my mom has always said, if you want one, you want a blessing, you have to be a blessing. So I'm here just, you know, being a blessing, just observing and networking and just meeting so many wonderful people here. So it's just amazing how God can bring black people together, okay? And we are powerful black people that's here today. And Brother Andre, that's my boy right there, that's Andre. You know, I thank Andre for allowing me to be part of his family, Teach5CL Entertainment, and it's amazing what he does for the community as well, just opening a platform for filmmakers, artists, poets, you know, whatever you do, podcasts, radio talk show, Andre is the man. He gives us a platform to come and share our gifts. So I'm thankful for Brother Andre for being a part of his team. My brother Eddie, man, Eddie has been down with me from day one when I was doing my music, you know, conscious reggae, you know. He was there for me, so I'm just so blessed to have Eddie in my life, Andre, you know, and just all you beautiful people that God has allowed me to come in contact with. And it's all about networking. And of course, my brother right there. Come on now, brother, you brought this up. Who, me? Who, me? Yes, you, my brother. You brought this all together, and I just thank you. I think Sister Patience, I don't know where she's at, but I met Sister Patience a couple of years ago through Andre. Yeah, through Andre. Andre invited me out to one of her events, and I hosted her event during December, Christmas event at her church, Mustard Seed Church. So I would host her event every year, Christmas event, so it was a blessing. So I'm a filmmaker, I'm a producer, director, writer, actress, talk show host, whatever God allows me to do, we have to exercise our talent, because we have many. You know, we have many talents, so I'm just thankful, even for this gorgeous sister right there. You know, she has a testimony. Y'all want to hear her testimony. You better say it to her. She has a testimony. God can restore you even when, you know, the enemy comes and tear you down. God can bring you right back to where you need to be to continue on your journey. So I'm just so blessed for all the beautiful sisters and patience, girl. I was just saying, I met you a couple of years ago through Andre when I hosted your Christmas event, and also the Black History event where you allowed Andre and I to share our film, so it just a blessing.
Los Angeles.
Yes, oh my, can't leave out LA. See, this sister been having me with her. You know, she said, and in Los Angeles, don't leave that out. Yes, you know, and I thank her so much because she introduced me to King Bassie, you know, who does the Nollywood Film Festival and award ceremony. So it was just blessed to host it in 2018, right? Yeah, so that was a huge thing for me to go out to LA and host the Nollywood Film Festival. And yeah, it was a blessing. And I had an amazing time, met amazing people, which I still network and work with today. So that's what networking is all about, because you can meet people today and you still be networking with them 4 or 5 years along the way. And that's how it was when I was invited to go out to Nollywood, well, LA. LA and do the Nollywood Film Festival, I met people where I'm still networking and working with them today. So it's truly a blessing to be here today to network. And thank you, Brother Cory, Brother Andre, and Brother Patience. And, my bad, Sister Queen.
He's also a comedian.
Okay, look, Sister Queen. Okay, Sister Queen. I'm with my brothers and sisters today, so please excuse moi, my queen sister. Thank you, and thank all of you guys for just being here today, and hopefully that we can continue to network with each other and not just come together and then forget about each other once we depart. Let's keep in contact with each other. So I'm humbly grateful to be here. Thank you guys, and mwah.
This guy inspired me. I couldn't tell you how much he inspired me and got me out of being shy and all that stuff. I wouldn't have been able to do a lot of this stuff if he didn't put me out on Front Street. Gabriel Simon.
Yes, it did.
You want me to say something? Yeah,
man. Say something.
I ain't nobody.
Let me just say Gabriel gave Cory and I our first opportunity.
We got our first opportunity in radio.
We used to do a radio show called Soul Vibration.
Yeah.
This guy was
I had one Hot Butter Soul before that.
Yeah.
All politics. 16 and a half. And Ghetto Boy was just coming out. And so I knew some of the guys. So I was 16, so I was into the rap thing. I liked it. So I got an opportunity to meet Lil J from Rap Live Records. So he liked my hustle. So they put me on the street team when the Ghetto Boy was first coming out. So I had an opportunity to go on tour with him, to jump on a tour bus and like the music. My grandmother, she's like, oh, you can't be doing that. But I was making money. So long story short, we came down here to California, me and my brother. I was 21, he was 19. Started our own record label, No Mercy. We started our own record label, No Mercy Entertainment. We had a distribution deal with Universal Records. They gave us $3.5 million. Because that's how we was moving traffic. Because we was all out there, it was me and him and a few other guys. Dealing with Lil J and our new business. So we was going back and forth to Miami, they was doing the festival, New York, Chicago, DC, Florida. I was putting up freaking flyer miles, at 21. Trying to make it happen. Long story short, my brother passed away, my nephew passed away in a car accident. So passing away, I was telling the record label and stuff that he passed away then. So I prayed, because I grew up in the church, 7th Avenue Baptist Church, of the Urshan. So I prayed on it. So it took me 6 months and stuff to come back. So I told him, I said, pray to the Father, I said, I want to start something that, they won't be so negative, because that's all the people were doing out, putting out negative music, killing, popping, drug dealing, And I seen it all. From money stacked on the ceiling, but cats in Miami, ain't gonna say no names, cats in Miami, to trunk full of stuff, So, 22 years old, so when I got 25, I said I didn't want no more. So I had an opportunity to become a longshoreman, and walk away from the life. And then I still had this thirst, for the entertainment, because I knew it, I knew so much of it. So I prayed on, we started TPNG, the Positive Network Group. And the whole concept was, is that I wanted to be a legal legacy for my brother, my nephew that passed away. So we started off with one radio station, KPR1. Then, it was all hip hop, and that's when we was doing it. That was online, online music and stuff, online streaming. Ain't nobody else was doing it. Google, nobody was doing it. But we ran it like it was a terrestrial station. All right?
That's right.
We ran it like a terrestrial station. That's what I grew up off of. So we started another station. Then we started another station. Then we started the video streaming. Nobody else was doing video streaming. And so we were doing video streaming. Long story short, we grew, a nice little network. But it was stressing me out. So I was, high blood pressure up the roof and stuff. I was I think I was like 32 years old, high blood pressure and all that. So I said, let me cut back. So now, long story short, that we're doing films now. I have one, I had people I was doing films with, but one film that I was executive producer on. And I know how stress it was to create a movie. You know, I mean, take the script, take the post-production, the pre-production, you know, you gotta get the crew together, you gotta get the location together, you gotta get the budget together. But you gotta get all these things that I didn't know what was doing. You know, so there was a lot of times I was praying. I was like, oh Lord, I can't do this.
Yes.
But I kept on doing it. You know, we got the feature out now. So we just picked up guys the distributor we're looking at, distribution.
Right on.
And then streaming. Then we have our movies played in several theaters in Ohio, Oakland, and the other markets and stuff. And I'm a firm believer is that we can talk all this stuff about black people, but we can't change no mindset of black people until we change the narrative.
Come on now.
Right. We can say all day long that we want to green, buy black and stuff, but that ain't always the reason. You know what I'm saying? Because black people that hate your guts. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they jealous. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see you succeed. That's right. You know what I'm saying? They will tell the white man about what you're doing. They will send infiltrators and everything to shut you down.
True.
And I done had the opportunity. I met everybody from Jay-Z, Snoop, you know what I'm saying, to you name it, whoever was making money, I done met with them. Because it ain't because they liked me, it's just because my hustle was that. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I knew it was about the numbers. So right now, it's all about networking. I have a project right now I'm working on, spiritual project called the Book of Ale. The reason I came here with Cory because it's based on the Hebrews and the Israelites and the Palestinians. They came from the story of King Saul, King David, and King Solomon. And the reason why I created that because when I was creating the storyline, I was going through Google and everything else trying to find black folks. I said, wait a minute, there wasn't no black folks in Egypt, there wasn't no black folks in
Come on now.
Bethlehem, there wasn't no black folks in Bashan and all these other places. So, I knew what I had to, I wanted to change the narrative. That's why I came down here, to get the culture. See the people that's like this, like I added to the storyline.
Right on.
At the same time, excuse me, include the things that I include the things that we're doing here in America, the things they're doing over there in Africa. And it's the same time because I watch a lot of Nigerian films. A lot of films, but the films and stuff that Nigerians, or everybody else in Africa, they promote. They don't get that hard promotion here in America. Because it's still European. Right. And they still want the same concept. Because the Europeans, I found out when I was sitting down talking to the lawyers and everything else, they'll straight up and tell you. He said, they always tell me, they say, do you really want to go after your black folks? Because they ain't going to support you. Because they ain't going to buy none of your stuff, so just stick with us. So, I said, nah, I can't do that. He said, okay, cut my check. So that was it. So now my whole concept is here. Is to bring a story to my demographics, my marketing thing, my network. You can't change the world. If you go in there and think that you going to change the world, you're not going to do it. Because not everybody want to change. Nobody, everybody do not want to look in the mirror and look at their own selves. And that's the reason we're going through with so much violence in the community. Is that individuals don't have no moral basis. They don't have the ancestral skills. The only thing they watch on TV is violence, pornography, homosexuality, drug dealing. That's what they look at. And they do that to keep you confused, even through education. Even when you send your kids to school. I'm just so blessed is that I have 10 grandkids.
Bless your heart.
My daughter, she's an Israelite. She has 6 kids, so she gave my tribe.
Right on.
And she teaches them at home. And they, we told her well-educated. It's like going to a historically black college. But they're young people. And I tell people all the time is that when you go into school, pick up something that you can give back. Just don't pick up the thing that they give you, because they can give you everything, that's for your destruction. Look at the man Pac, they gave him everything, and they took it all away.
Yeah, that's what they do us.
So that's what they do. They give you the concept, they give you the tool that you need to destroy yourself.
If you don't play by their rules.
We have to to create a narrative that way we can reach individuals that want to be reached. We can't reach everybody, but just put something out there, a platform or projects out there that make them think. To create, create the negativity that the media plays upon it, because that's why when you always see media, you never see no major black networks. You always see everything that's European based. You always see something that's Asian based, or you see somebody else. Because from their concept, we're picking it up. Even the food that we eat. We don't have our own culture, we don't have our own food, we're always picking up somebody else's stuff. And we try to be like those individuals. We can't be like these individuals. I have never tried to be like these individuals. I just try to be myself. By the work of faith, that I ain't hurting for nothing like that. That's why I want to network with that individual son yourself and yourself. So when I do the movie, I can create the movie that's authentic. Instead of just European based. Because if you build it, they will come. But you got to build it in a way that will entertain them and catch them. And then when you catch them, you bring them in. Then you start flooding them with projects that only enhances their mind, their spirit, their intellect. You can't just do it, by love and stuff, because not everybody gonna love you. But they will understand you if you bring something to them. That's me. That's it.
Hey, he touched on something.
Yes. Real talk, my brother. Real talk.
Very interesting. I don't know how many of you have Apple phones or Apple TVs or whatever. There's Hulu, Tubi, Roku, and all those different things. And they're all free. But then when you go to BET and you want to watch something, you gotta pay for it. We gotta pay to watch our own stuff.
Yeah.
Come on. And I believe this. White folks are looking at our stuff because they want to see what we do.
Oh,
They don't trip on paying to see our stuff. But yeah, food's ready too. But we're gonna speed it up a little bit here. But I'm gonna go to Mr. Harold Keel over here. Yeah, you. Yeah. Yeah, you can talk while you're serving yourself.
Yeah, because look at the time.
Yeah. Because we're gonna be leaving in an hour or a little less.
He came to me one day because somebody was bothering him on what they call a senior grass.
Okay.
I walked
That
up.
was more than I could do by myself.
Yeah. I came up and solved the problem.
I bet you did.
You understand what I'm saying? From that point, we're talking about back in the 70s.
But I couldn't fight him all.
This has been my brother. And we had lost contact for a while I was pursuing music.
The last one.
And what did God do? Brought him back around.
That's how God
I made
works.
Cory one of my business partners and managers.
I couldn't get it.
Along the way, Cory is the reason why I know all of you.
That's how God works.
Okay? He brought me to Andre. I'm Team 25. He brought me to, well, me and Eric knew each other, but we reconnected through Cory. Eddie, Sandra.
Okay.
I mean, just about everybody who's in here, Dr. Quaker. Patience. Which was an amazing person to meet, people to meet, network to do. You understand? Not just that. I met these sisters right here. We linked up and locked real quick. This is not no accident. This beautiful woman is just, wow, queen. Exactly. I go, from the time we met, wasn't that a VCAT?
Yeah.
This woman tested me. Because I said, I'm going to sing. We'll sing something. I'm not playing. She was like quick. So I did an acapella of Luther Vandross. Which one did I do? And one of the words. And I do Gerald Bird, things like that, besides my own writing and things. I have my own CD. I network with somebody. I'm in a movie that's on Tubi right now called My Sister's Keeper. I love to network.
That's a good one. My
Yes,
Sister's
and so,
Keeper,
and that was a black superhero movie filmed.
Yes, it was.
Dr. Quaker. This brother came in and lit my heart up. He came and blessed my house. You understand? This one, come here. Come here.
This woman gave him so much of her heart and love. And one thing she made sure understood, Africa is home.
Okay.
We are African.
Yes.
We weren't created over here. We were created over there. They tried their best to separate us.
Yes.
And we are African before American. And the thing that we're here for is to rebuild that family.
Right.
The more that we build, the more they get scared. You've heard it all along. They're scared for us to find out realities that they tried to hide. I'm a networker. I network more than I've seen. And then this brother right here.
Gabriel, yes.
Man, look here. He opened up his heart the day I met him in Cory. One of my godchildren is Mike McCary, the bass player, the bass singer from Boyz II Men. I brought him to Oakland. Cory took me to him.
Okay.
And him and Mike locked. And Mike told me, he's like, man, that dude's really good dude.
Yes.
There was no problem.
That's when you meet good people.
When I met Sandy,
Come on now.
they came to my daughter's birthday party.
Yes.
You know, and my daughter is a script writer. You know, she does directing. She does all kind of. She does movie stuff. She's building her platform. This is why Dad is doing his.
Come on, Dad.
See, because it goes to them. You understand? We're here to open up doors for each other.
That's right. Amen.
But it's not just us. We gotta reach out. Victor, same thing. This man introduced to his family. But ladies and gentlemen, you have always heard the terminology relatives and family.
That's right.
This is family. You understand me? This is family. And once we realize our own potentials to reconnect and build, do we regain what was, like the doc say, it was lost, it was stolen from us. Everything, if you look around, 99% of the stuff that they are getting rich off of is us. Our creations, our music, our style.
Yeah.
You understand me? But if we do this, we lose. We coming in here to do this and pull it back. You understand? So we have to stay in the zone of what we came here for. The network, to rebuild, to love each other, to care for each other, and to make sure that we never ever lose that vibe feeling again. We can't be scared to go up and speak to one another. We can't be scared to go up and love one another.
Come to Palo Alto, stop by.
Yes, yeah, please do.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
right here.
Yes.
I have a relative, Henry Delton Williams. He's the fashion designer from Motown. Has been since the start and still is. They have a program called Motown Heroes and Legends. Okay? I've been trying to get him to go for the longest, right? Because they go to LA and you have a whole, you're in a room, okay, like this room right here, it's filled with Smokey Robinson, Ron Isley, Ernie Isley.
Smokey Robinson.
Yep. You understand?
Ernie.
And they are right here. You have an opportunity to meet and greet and network. Yeah. Now it's moving to Oakland, California, starting next year.
Oh, bring it on, bring it on.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a story. Check this out. He said my cousin, you know, designed all the Jackson 5 ABC album costumes and all this stuff. I said, cool, he said. He's putting together Motown 60th anniversary of the Oakland African American Museum. And he said, he went out of his pocket and he needs a little bit something more. So I partnered with all these different organizations. So we got executive transportation vehicles, party buses. That one, the one we rolled down here on, was for one of the bands we managed. But we have really nice buses, really new buses. So anyway, I have a friend that's an artist. She paints all the Motown people and Dizzy Gillespie. She's called the Blue Artist. So if you see any artists, the oil and the faces are always blue. It's her.
Yeah.
So I called her up and said, hey, African American Museum needs to look at some of your portraits and stuff. They don't have no money, but we can stage something for the Motown 60th anniversary.
Yep.
So instead of having the red carpet, we created the blue zone. So we had all those pictures, so you can come over here and be interviewed with the backdrop of all these paintings.
Yes.
So then we got the transportation vehicles and stuff in there. So we filmed it, Eddie we filmed it. I had a photographer taking pictures. So we took the pictures and the disc from the filming, put it in a template, and gave it to Henry Delkin. And when he went down to LA, he shared it with Barry Gordy. And Barry Gordy said, wow, this is nice. You need to invite them down. And see, we didn't get paid to do the thing up here, but see, sometimes to keep what you have, you have to give it away. So we did that for nothing. Now we get invited down. We're ready to go next year. COVID. They called it off. The next year, COVID. They called it off. So it's like, okay, we're moving on to another stuff. I get a phone call. Hey, Cory, this is his cousin Henry. He said, you still want to go to LA? I said, yeah, what you doing? He said, it's back on. I would have paid to do this, to go. But he said, it's back on, you can come down. So I said, okay, I'm going to tell my photographer. We're going to go down there together. We went down, stayed at the Beverly Hills Hotel, got a couple of suits custom made. So I was like, for that weekend, I was every man in a month.
Yes.
So we go down there, right? Then all the hate starts. You know, people who've been filming and doing all that, they see the new people coming in, and they say, oh yeah, we don't need you filming the red carpet here. Maybe you can get some pictures of the auction stuff over there where people are doing stuff over there. So me and my guy was like, well look, we're not gonna shake nothing up. We're just gonna get in, we'll find something. So I got my tripod, my camera, and I'm walking out. Tripod that Eddie let me use. So I'm down there, and the lady comes out and says, hey, aren't you supposed to be upstairs filming the such and such and such and such? Yep. Yes, I sure am. I said, yeah, I am. I said, I got to bring a photographer too. So she says, come on this way. So they're sneaking me around through the kitchen to the service elevator. She says, put your finger on the button and hold it. I said, okay, somebody else getting upstairs. Just stay right here. So this big dude walks in. Boom. This little guy walks in. Barry Gordy. Then another big dude walks in. Guy comes in with some shades on. Stevie Wonder.
Wow. Man. I missed that.
So now it's me, my photographer, and them. And the lady said, before you take your finger off, don't take their pictures, don't film them, don't talk to them. Just go upstairs and do your job. I said, okay. I said, man, I should have worn some Depends. You know what I mean? So we ride up. And then he goes, that's a nice suit. I said, thank you. He said, I haven't seen you guys around here. You know, how did you find out about it? I said, oh, we're with Henry Delkin. He said, oh, the fashion design. Are you the guys who put the album and so-and-so together? I said, yeah, we are. You know, and he was joking, but he said, so what's our next move? Whoa. You know, my mind, like I'm not shutting up now, it's sped up then. I said, I know you guys from Detroit, you know, his feel, and you guys been living in LA. I said, your biggest followers is up in Oakland. You used to come to the Continental Club in '68 with James Brown. I still got the ABC album, so on and so forth. And he said, so what are you saying? I said, I know you don't know me, so we're not asking to make a Motown event out of your thing, but we can call ourselves friends of Motown. So I want to emulate this 3-day event you had, the white party, meet and greet, the breakfast the next morning, the tribute bands and stuff in the evening, then the award ceremony, because it's a $3,000 weekend per person. And the money for 30 years had been going towards scholarships and stuff. So it was good work. And if you have money to throw around, you want to go to a looky-loo party, they're all here. So that's why a lot of people go. But to make a long story short, after the long image has already been delivered, and then he's laughing. So he said, I want you to meet, have you met Janie yet? I said, no. He said, she's the lady who's been putting this together for 30 years. So they were doing that Showtime at the Apollo thing, you know, where you're way up there and they don't want nobody to see you because you'll bum rush the spot. So they wanted to sneak them in until the end of the award, then they would break them out. You knew everybody was going to run to them. So he said, after they open the curtain and all this stuff comes and we close the ceremony, come on down, I want to introduce you to Jane. So everything happened, so we went down, and now them same haters, while they were all up there taking pictures and talking to him, he did like this, and he's waving me up. So now I'm coming up in the C's parking lot, I'm Moses.
Okay.
I'm walking by him, yeah. Go take some pictures of the auction.
Right.
That's what I'm saying in my mind.
Right.
But I walked up, and B.B. King's guitar was there, whoever. He said, bring that up here too. So I'm walking up with, I'm walking up. He said, and he's got Jamie right here. He said, hey, give him your card. This is the guy. Exchange numbers. So now.
That's wonderful.
Okay. So now we have the ability to bring that same thing up here if we plan it. We have their blessings to bring that thing up. So anyway, none of that would have happened without Hero passing that on. So, Eddie, stand up and say something. I'll hold the camera, name it at you.
Say something.
I'm gonna get out the way.
People need to know you.
I am Eddie. I am a production person out of the Bay Area here. I've been working with Comcast for about 20 years, training, teaching multiple camera productions, covering sporting events. So I started off working with a bunch of folks that actually were volunteers, believe it or not. You know, they wanted to learn something and they wanted to.
Thank you.
And I would say it with such glee because I say it now and I bow to mother. I was all ready to say something until I got that rice and gravy. And a broken tooth. But thanks to Cory, I am here. Where's that young man that was talking about the divineness of it all? This is God.
Come on. Amen.
I've not been bored throughout this pandemic, even though I have observed all of the self-quarantine and everything, because I have studied the Bible. And where's that young man who's looking for people who know about people in the Bible? I want to tell him I can help him to identify black folks in the Bible, because we are there. I want to let you know that though I was born and reared in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, to a New Orleans born mother and a New Orleans raised grandmother, that I also had some early connections with Africa. The first man I think I was truly in love with, I met at Harvard. He was from Lagos, Nigeria, Christopher Amobi-Obi. He wanted to marry me and take me back to Nigeria. I would have married him if he'd been willing to go to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He wasn't and I wasn't. So the end of that story. Fast forward, 1972. I am married now to a black man with a Jewish last name. My name is Cory. We were all packed and ready to go to Nigeria. Wow. And there was a coup. We could not go. I lost all desire to go to Africa behind that coup. And to this day I have not been. Cory mentioned we might have an opportunity to go to Africa. At 78 years old, I'm now ready.
Amen.
So I want to let you know that those of us with melanin in our skin, born and reared in America, know that the mere fact that we have melanin in our skin tell us we have roots in Africa. It wasn't in our history books. You know, I'm born and reared in Baton Rouge, in the segregated South, with good education.
except for my own history. You know, I speak standard English well and am very critical of anyone who does not. But those same people probably know more about our history than I do because of what I was not taught. I spent 45 years in the San Francisco Unified School District. My area is not filming. I have a brother, by the way, who set up cable television all over Europe a few years ago. And I know the general manager of KPX well. See me if you want to see him. But I can tell you that I am very happy to be here, a part of this.
Yes.
And I want you to know, Cory was telling me about you ought to come and go with us on the party bus and what have you. And as he talked to me, I said, wait a minute, Kevin Epps should know about this. I got everybody's phone number, so I called Kevin and said, you ought to be here. There's Kevin Epps.
Yes.
I know Kevin from straight out of Bayview. I've been his PR person, you didn't know this, forever, because he was a black filmmaker. He was the one I knew. So I'm so happy to get to know all of you. Where is she? Thank you so much for hosting this again at Rights and Grace.
So that's where I'm at. Thank you.
Okay.
My name is Roxanne. I'm a
Roxanne.
So I became a part of T25 CL some years ago during First Fridays. I would help commentate and do some things like that. And also with some of their artists, I would introduce them for their YouTube channel. But I also have my own passion, which is my own nonprofit, which is called Women Restoring Healthy Lifestyles. And what we have developed was it's finding that it's hard for people in our culture to really live successfully without diabetes, without heart conditions, cholesterol issues, and depression. So what I have developed is a program 3 days a week where we grow food for wellness.
Oh, awesome.
So I have plots that we grow food in. I have weekly workshops where we talk about knowing your numbers. So we'll know what your lab reports are, where you add with your cholesterol, where you add your diabetes, your A1, your numbers, and we'll start there. That way we'll know how to grow food for you, what foods you need to be eating, because everybody is different, so it's all personalized and individualized. So that's where I come from, because I just want us to stop dying. I want us to stop losing limbs over something simple that we can reverse.
It is.
And so I have a 3-tier group where each one is paneled with 3 people, like we pair it up and support each other every morning. We do morning affirmations. I do like different types of cooking, so we don't always have to fry. I also was a part of a nonprofit called Farms to Grow. A sister, Dr. Gail Myers, she brought food from the Valley to Oakland, California, and we had called the Freedom Farmers Market, and we was there every Saturday morning on 52nd on 52nd and Telegraph. We started off on San Pablo on 30th, but then we ended up moving somewhere on, and the farmers themselves, Mr. Scott and people from the valley will come up and bring their produce up to sell to the people. So we have fresh crop of peas, you know, so we had greens and we had kale and we had okra, all the southern foods, and to balance out your diabetes, okra would do that. And it's just like a learning experience for people who don't know what foods to eat and how to cook them. So we did solar cooking. So those are some of the things that I just want to bring back in my nonprofit and teach us to get back to the basics. We don't have to rush, right? We grilling and barbecuing and all those things that I think that's in our soul.
Right on.
Is to grill and to barbecue. We can do that with our foods and still be tasty. African, this was so delicious. Just the spices and stuff like that we can incorporate in our foods, and knowing how to do that.
We have classes here.
So, and I noticed your little section over here. So, and then I want to take it too. So, my goal is to take it from county to county. I am affiliated with Alameda County, and I'm trying to get it set up to where I can have different hubs in Oakland and Richmond, and just move this pilot program so we can start changing our lives. Each one, family to family, and women are the mothers of the world. So that's why it's women restoring healthy lifestyles. So we got the women in there to go teach our babies, and to teach our husbands, and we feed them more healthy food.
That's the way to go.
So that's my goal. Hopefully,
you're doing an amazing thing. Amazing, girl.
And we can take this to Africa and learn how to eat well, and get rid of some of these health conditions that can be reversed. It can be reversed. I was almost a diabetic, and I changed my numbers.
I wish my mom would.
So once you know that, you can do that. Thank you.
My name is.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kimba. I have a passion for telling stories. I love to bring characters alive. I have been a member of the Oakland Theater Project since 2013, so I've had a lot of stage time. I am here by way of Andre Ward, who is my good friend. I can't remember where we met, but
I don't know where I met anybody.
all right. But we clicked. We're doing some work together. And I know a lot of faces, Eric here. And I love networking. I'm part of FAR's Best, Faithful, Accountable, Respectful, and Reliable, where we lift each other up out of conditions and celebrate each other. Yes.
You're FAR?
Yeah, FAR's Best, yes.
We're related.
Okay.
You're Levi's, right?
No, I'm not Levi's,
but
but
you're FAR.
FAR's Best. Faithful, Accountable, Respectful, friends, family.
But you're related to Andre Farr?
Yes.
We're cousins.
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
From Richmond? Levi's. The Farrs from Richmond?
Oh, we met them right. Yeah.
My great grandmother was Nancy Farr, and her son. I went to school with Patty. Yeah.
I went to school with Patty.
Stay tuned for the next episode of Roots.
That's a good one.
Yes, Master.
I'm very excited to be in the room with all of you. I love networking, and I love giving myself away to projects. So if you know anything, I'm a story writer and a poet, a spoken word artist as well. So if you have any projects that I might fit the character, honey, holla.
Okay, right on, Queen. I love you too, girl.
Real quick, thank y'all for having me. It's amazing hearing all these stories. My name is Kevin F. I'm a filmmaker. I made a film called Straight Out of West Point. Kind of fast forwarding right now, I just became the editor-in-chief of the San Francisco Bay National.
Oh, right on!
So this is an extension of storytelling, being able to empower ourselves by, telling our story across the board. And this paper has been unapologetically black. I used to deliver when I was 12 years old. So I'm honored to come full circle and be at the helm. Right now, it wasn't my doing, but this young lady, Ariane Gilmore, who's an artist, she just had an art show. She happened to be with us, this young sister, so I tagged her along.
Amen. Oh, right on. Amen. That's the way you do it, brother.
And get the chance to see people that look like her doing different things.
Yes,
so,
yes.
That's my story. I'm here. Thank you for having me. Brother Andre Ward, who I know from way back when I used to go over to town and get my hair cut when it was in West Oakland, North Oakland, East Oakland. I'm in Hunters Point, but we good to good with it. You know what I mean? So, thank y'all for having me. It's a blessing. Look forward to networking. And thank you, Barbara, for pestering me to come out here.
Gilmore.
All right, Queen.
My name is Ariane Gilmore. I'm an artist, and I was invited by Kevin F. I just came here to learn about what you guys do and be inspired by other creatives. I'm working on a new collection, so I just want to be inspired hear what you guys have going on. It's lovely to learn, you know, everything in this space. So thank you, Patience, for having me. And, you know,
Yeah.
Thank you, Queen. Yeah.
Now we got 2 youngins in here.
Oh, yeah. Lord.
Got 3.
Lord.
1, 2.
Lord.
she's not young.
She's not young.
I'm not.
How old are you?
I'm 40. I just turned 40 in March.
Black don't cry.
Younger than my youngest son.
Yeah.
So you're young. Come on up here.
Y'all go up there together.
She can go with her.
Why you gonna go? Why you just don't go with her?
See what I'm saying?
Because she's grown, she can go. Let her do
I thought that was yours.
Let her do her yes.
Well, hello, everybody. My name is Rhonda Clark. I just moved here from North Carolina. I've been here. Thank you. Yes, I'm from Charlotte. Yes.
We might be friendly too.
Oh, we might be okay. I do sing. I did one stage play, but I love acting. I love creating. I love writing. I have a 6-year-old. This one I'm on right now, but I love writing, singing, like singing anything. I love music. I can't cut it off. No matter how hard you try, like I'm always listening to something. I'm always singing something, so I can't really turn it off. It's like embedded in me. My father used to play like old school, so you know, like the Temptations and the Delphonics. You know, yeah. Also, doing a podcast with 2 other ladies. It's called Talk to Me Nice. It's coming out soon. So she's one of the creators, and we have another sister that's not here. So she's in another state somewhere. Oh, she's in another state. So we're trying to take our podcast globally, state to state, city to city, and hopefully internationally. I've never been to Africa, but I do know somebody who has been. She donates like sanitary napkins to the girls in Africa. Her name is Shanita Foster. I'm not sure if you all heard of her, but she's one of my. I know her. I know her during the pandemic, so has ties to Africa. So I really want to go to Africa one day, someday. Hopefully, I get my passport. So
You'll get that soon.
yes.
Well,
You gonna see to that, right?
we have a sister who just came from Sacramento. So, when you're ready for her.
Okay, one more here.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
I want to say first and foremost, thank you, Mr. Eric Lewis, for inviting me and my sister right here, my assistant, Rhonda Clark, here to meet you guys with open arms. I'm happy that I'm meeting everybody, getting to know everybody, networking. I go by the name of Laura Jones, the manager. I manage artists, producers, models, etc. I have my own lash line I started for the women. I'm taking it worldwide. So that's why I wear my lashes, because I'm bringing to the table a lot of stuff. So I want to make sure it gets out there to the world, to everyone,
That's
television. Right. I'm speaking into existence.
That's right. That's where you do it.
And I'm an A&R. So, for 930 certified, I just became that this year. So y'all, thank you so much. So, and I'm a model. I done been in music videos. I done it all. I'm trying to take it.
Okay, you taking it, Queen. You doing it.
Thank you guys for allowing us to be here in your presence, and we'll see more of y'all in that work.
Okay, got it all, honey.
Well said, honey.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Karen Compton. We have an organization called California Recruitment Services in Sacramento. It's a business hospitality suite. Known Patience for many years, and this is a long time coming. This space here is welcoming, it's warming. We're looking to do more things as far as expansion, Pan-African, and likewise. What our space actually does, it's a hosted event for people that don't live in California but want to do business here. And so they would come in, we pick them up A through Z, and then we actually take them to their meetings and everything else, and it's an overnight stay. So it keeps them from having to purchase lodging and those type of things. A lot of people don't realize that Sacramento is the state capital, so the money starts there and it trickles down everywhere else. However, not enough of us are really making an impact there. I've been in Sacramento from the Bay Area for about 30 years, and Sacramento does a lot of music, entertainment, but we don't focus enough on the economics. and that's a disservice to us. We had a large Pan-African group that came here in April. Now they're in Atlanta, and this organization and that one needs to actually network to do those things, but right now they're doing it simultaneously, and we need to kind of communicate better to make this thing larger.
Right. Amen.
Amen. All right.
Okay, we got one more stop, everybody, so we're gonna get on the bus. It's gonna be the movie.
Yeah, my book is here if you want to purchase. If not, take the information, contact me, and you have that book. It's a legacy. It's my offering to you. You should pass it on to your children.
We'll try to be out of here like...
1 minute. Yeah. Oh, he's going to close.
Okay. 1 minute, everybody. Hold on. Go ahead, baby.
Please, I need to say this, please, and just pay close attention. The lady from Sacramento just said something about when you sit around black folk, you hear entertainment, movies, but you don't hear economics. And for real, in Brazil, they have something they call jiu-jitsu. Please, listen to this. Jiu-jitsu is an art form where they believe you are at your weakest point when you have your most strength. Like if you throw a punch, your weakest point is at the end of that punch.
Yes.
So Patience has been trying to do this for a long time. And this spot is her strongest point. And that is where she's at her weakest. And we need support for this spot, or this will be her last time here. So we ask for membership, we ask for events, we ask for people hosting community events. You gotta do it, or you're never gonna come back here. Not because we don't want you, because we can't afford it. This is prime Palo Alto on the main drive. 4 blocks from Stanford, and this ain't cheap. So we have to find a way to back up the talk with action. We can talk the talk, but we gotta walk that walk. I drove from Santa Rosa to this spot. Not because I like it, but because I have to. This place must stay open. And with your support, it will. Like quite a place. Thank you.
So are you suggesting we do like the black church and take up an offering? If not, I will so move. Let's just make it, put a little bit.
I ain't gotta say a lonely word.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. Thank you. It's Anita Wilson.
Yeah, I tried to get it.
2090 Oakland Road.
He told me I could go ahead and
2090
take it off.
Oakland Road.
He said, what? He told me I could drive home. Oh, yeah, I need you up there.
Shabuya, Shabuya, roll call.
Okay.
Shabuya, roll
I think I can do self-esteem.
Yeah.
Big Bill Evans. Waiting a little bit. I got the format. I got the little bitty thing. How many you got? Baby, video out. What's this DJ? Yeah. Okay. But you get one man. Man, we gotta team up, man. What's up with the news, man? Let's create the news. Man, hold on, man. Hold on. Now, I'm coming back. I just got my Social Security retirement. Yeah. So I'm getting it. Coming up. Man, I'm still thinking, putting up with the open post and do a news story, but what else? For signing all the cameras? Well, what I'm saying is that we can put a crew together with two cameras, two reporters, and then an anchor person. Right. Okay. No, I'm up on that. This camera is like I said, my she's coming in next week, so I got to shoot the black metal again. And you know what else? RC. I went and shot that on and then
Alright, let's show some love to this brother here.
God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow and Saturday.
Thank you, Pastor Baines. And so, that brother over there, Ogudis, he's here to get us fed, and we're here to break bread and fellowship. The purpose of this is that this year, as we celebrate our 14th annual film festival, we have 94 films from 38 countries. All right. And 29 of those countries are from within the African continent, and 9 of those countries are outside of the continent. Wherever Africa's people are expressed, here in the United States, on their own terms, in their own voice, reflecting the hopes and dreams, aspirations of Africa and its children all over the world. 14 years ago, this was a dream, because I felt that for far too long our stories as people of African ancestry, whether we are expressed here as African Americans or Afro-Caribbeans, or to talk about in what is now called the Latinx world, where there's even complete erasure and denial, and then even on the continent, our stories have been told for far too long by people that are so far removed from our reality. And they have created intentionally historical distortions that have led to blurred perceptions and blurred interpretations of who we are. And these images, these single story narratives, as Chimamanda would call it, these stories have led to the marginalization and oppression. These stories are out of a colonial mindset. These are what I call the Tarzan narrative of who we are. The National Geographic narrative of who we are. And unfortunately, a lot of today's NGOs narrative. The depiction of our people as always begging on their knees, never being associated or equated to full dignity of their humanity. And we have our own storytellers, our filmmakers that are creating phenomenal images every day, questioning things, showcasing things, giving us reason to laugh and cry in their art. And they're not being given the spotlight, not even the platforms that they ought to be given. And so I said, as one of my friends used to say, I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I said, okay, I can be screaming and complaining about it. I had to look in the mirror and say, what are you doing? And so that's how this thing was born. We said, let's create a forum where we can invite those storytellers that I keep shouting about. Why don't you bring them? Let them show their stories. Perhaps we can begin to have a different conversation. And so that's how this thing was born 14 years ago. Here we are, celebrating the 14th. Next year is a pivotal year for us. We're going to celebrate our 15th anniversary. And we are really so humble and thankful. And so what we felt is we have people here. Some of them are wearing these t-shirts, some of them are not. But this morning, they went to YouTube headquarters in San Bruno. The Africans at Google and Blacks at YouTube hosted them to lunch and a conversation over there. We came out of there at about 2:15 p.m. and by 3 o'clock they were at Netflix. Some brothers over there at Netflix wanted them to come into that premises and sit with them and talk and get to see certain things and talk about certain things. So we're just coming out of that. But I felt that it is important because tomorrow we open to the public. Tomorrow we do red carpet, all the opening ceremony stuff. But I said before we do that, let's come to the house. Let's come in here and huddle. Let's come in here and celebrate each other. Because I didn't think it would be right to have brothers and sisters from Zambia, from Botswana, from Zimbabwe, from South Africa, from Nigeria, from Tunisia, from all these countries that are here, from Cameroon, and not have them come and be with their cousins. Break bread before we go out there. That's why we're here. And what has made this possible is because Pastor Sean said, whatever you need, we're going to make it happen. And then Brother Jamal said, the Black Leadership, Brother Jamal, come on here. The Black Leadership Teaching Cabinet, the Black Leadership Teaching Cabinet said, Chike, we've seen you try to do this by yourself. this year, we're going to be here to co-host this whole thing. And as a matter of fact, we're going to pay for the food. And so,
I had a feeling he was going to do this. So I've been thinking of what I was going to say in my head. First off, welcome to everybody who's here today. I hope some maybe for the first time in San Jose. My name is Jamal Williams, and I chair the Black Leadership Kinship Cabinet. What that is a coalition of Black people that work on behalf of us in this area. So like, it's not my job, but we invest all of our time, skills, efforts, and passions to make sure that we take care of each other. And we've been going strong for the last 17 years. So I've just had the opportunity to chair the last 4. And it's a pleasure. You meet amazing people. And when we have the opportunity to invest into our institutions, and Chike is one of our pillars in this county, in this area, we want to make sure we bring our community to support what's happening with the African Film Festival. And we love this event. And we're so excited to enjoy this opportunity with you all to eat. I know everybody's hungry, so I'm going to shut up soon. But I came to the film festival for the first time last year, and it was amazing. So I think you all will have an amazing time, a wonderful time with each other, getting to see Black San Jose, getting to experience us and the people here. And I'm thankful for Chike, his team, and all of you all willing to come out here and break bread and celebrate and share your life and your journey with us. So thank you.
thank you, Brother Jamal. I have my eyes on the food, so there's a reason why, as soon as we're ready to go. But I would like to call Pastor Sean. This is your house. I know. I have my eyes on you, and I know. So, brother, you got to come say something. This is your house. Come on now, give it up to this brother.
So I prepared absolutely nothing. But here we are. I'm really just honored. I'm so excited to be a part of this. I'm honored that when I opened the doors, Chike would say, yes, let us be here. And so I'm excited to see you all. I'm excited to get to know you all. Let's get to know each other. We are family. We are cousins, brothers, sisters, daughters, fathers, and it's just, this is as beautiful as it gets. In San Jose, we don't get to see each other unless we come into spaces like this. We're very spread out in San Jose. But my eyes, this is beautiful. And so I thank you all for being here, and let's just enjoy each other.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So tomorrow, like we said, our film festival officially kicks off tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, we have a partnership, the Santa Clara County Alliance of Black Educators. They will bring to us at the theater over 200 Black middle school students from this county. They will bring them into the theater to us, and we will show them specially curated short films that they're going to see, and then they're going to go into breakout groups and unpack what they've just seen. And then they come back into full session to have a report out, they get their lunch, and then they leave. So from about 9:30 in the morning to about 1:30 is our children's program, just for our Black kids. And then at 5:30, we begin the red carpet. We're going to have the red carpet interviews, all of this, photos and all of that. And food and beverage reception in the courtyard. At about 7 o'clock, we go inside the theater to formally start. And we start with what we call a parade of flags. All the 38 countries in the festival will be called by name, and their flags will be brought into the theater. And then you're going to see this beautiful display of all these flags. And then we're going to have a libation ceremony by your brother. And then after that, we now begin to show you an opening night film from Tanzania. Beautiful film that you don't want to miss. And that's how we wrap Friday. After all of that, We're going to have a party. Pastor Sean, I know we're at the church, but let me tell them that there's going to be a party, and we'll probably invite you to bring your Bibles with you, Pastor Sean. So we have an opening night party tomorrow. It's going to be at Charlie's in Los Gatos. So join us and dance to African rhythm and music and all of that. And the sister who's coordinating that is over there. Paula K is in the house. So this is whole family and whole community, everybody chipping in. Then on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, we open up an African market. So come and shop. Vendors will be all over the place. The whole front lawn of the theater will be activated as an African market. And then at 11 o'clock, we start showing films. On Saturday alone, we're going to show no less than 40 films in 3 different rooms. So you come in and anything you want to see, you can just move and see and immerse yourself in all these wonderful things. And there will be food from West Africa in the house. Like you don't need to go anywhere. If you're hungry, you can go buy your food. If you want to shop, you go outside and shop. Come back in, sit down, eat, see a film, get some rest, take a nap, continue. Spend the whole day with us. And then on Saturday at 4 o'clock, we have a special program that we are calling our Centerpiece Program. There's a film called Black Women on Board. This film talks about the journey of African American women that are crashing the glass ceiling, getting on corporate boards in America. And it's a beautiful, very inspirational film. And so the executive producer of the film is going to be in the house, Sister Shannon Nash. She's a CFO at Wing. And she's going to talk about the film and have a panel discussion. But after that, Sister Lisa Gaucher, Mayor of East Palo Alto, is in the house. She is going to lead a panel discussion on Black women in tech. And that panel is going to have very powerful sisters on it. Tony Van Winkle, who is a VP at Adobe. Saida Deal is a VP and General Counsel at Cisco. And Shannon Nash, who is the CFO at Wing, 3 of them, and Sister Lisa is going to moderate that panel. So please bring the young sisters, whether they're in college, high school, I really would want them, ideally, to also be in the house, to see and imagine themselves being on that stage a few years from now, because that's going to be life-changing. So if you work with any organizations that works with young girls and young boys as well, bring them on Saturday, please. Let them come into that space so they can see and imagine themselves. Because it's when they see a picture that looks like them that they can become that picture. So let's do that. And then we roll the other films. On Sunday is our last day. We do the same thing. We have the market going. But at 4:30, we're going to do an African fashion show. We actually have fashion designers that have flown from Cameroon that are here. We have designs from Nigeria, from Uganda that will be showcased. So we have a whole weekend where you can really visit Africa without having to get a visa or buy an airplane ticket. Right here in your backyard. So come on and join us, all right? And anyway, so all our guests, the filmmakers, and all the other guests, because there are some people that are here also with us that are actors and actresses that have come from out of town and out of state and out of country. There are some of them that are film directors, film producers that are here with us. And so if you're here as part of the SVAF team, just stand so that people can see and understand who we are talking about. Please rise. Maya, Taylor. Yes. Yes, please. Yes, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Let's look around. Thank you. You may be seated. So as we begin to break bread, I know we are all seated in these chairs and tables. As Pastor Sean said, let's get to know each other. So as we begin to break bread and mix, please move around, talk to each other. We're all brothers and sisters. We're all cousins. All right? This is what this is about. The reason we're here is I wanted them to eat soul food. I wanted them to get to meet our brothers and sisters in Silicon Valley. So let's make that happen. Thank you very much. We're going to play some music. Enjoy yourselves. And I don't know. That's it. All right. Why don't you tell them what's on the menu?
My name is Orlando Goodrich. I am your for tonight. You have barbecue chicken. We have what we call a corn casserole, rolls, salad, and a pound cake with a lemon frosting, another cake, and some chocolate chip cookies. So maybe maybe so that everyone is not waiting in line. So why don't we start with a couple of tables back here? Why don't you start and come first, and then we'll make our way this way. So let's go.
We're here at the African American Film Festival. We're here at the Silicon Valley African Film Festival. It's been a long day. We started off at Patience Uwazi's African Cultural Center up the road a little bit in Palo Alto. And now we're just down here for a mixer and mingling. This is a precursor to what's coming up on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The weekend events all day. It's going to be an experience of a lifetime. There are producers and film moguls here from 38 countries. There's upwards of 100 films that are going to be shown over the course of these 3 days. And stay tuned. Is that good enough? Hi, it's Bay Area Black Rose, and we're down here at the African Silicon Valley Film Festival. A couple of groups over here at the table. We brought a couple of busloads down here to take in the experience. And it's 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 39 countries, over 100 films, and it's going to be an experience of a lifetime. So, welcome to Bay Area Black Rose. More to come.
I'm going to help make a command decision here. I'm going to take this and move it on this table and move this table so they can over a little bit.
Sure.
How about that? Because that way we can keep it moving a little bit. Because at this rate, it's not going to go anywhere. So what I'm going to attempt to do, go right here now. Go right here now. It's like it's still not right. Go right here, sir.
I've always had a passion for telling stories. It started off as like animation.
Barry's like a younger brother to me. And then the Hadlin brothers, both Warrington and Reggie. Yeah, I was with Warrington a few days ago when I was in New York.
You know Bill Duke?
Yes, I know
Bill Duke's a friend of mine.
Okay, and so, but I was influenced a lot by the old school. You know, so a lot of, even during the time of Shaft, I spent a lot of time with Gordon Parks.
Oh yeah, the great photographer. You know King Bussy in L.A.?
King
Bussy in L.A.
King Boxing.
Bussy, B-A-S-S-E-Y.
Oh, No, but Bassett.
Bassett.
Is a Nigerian name.
Yeah.
Because in the UK we have a lady, called Shirley Bassey, who was
Susan DePassy with Motown.
A wonderful singer.
Shirley Bassett.
I don't know if you heard of a South African musician called Miriam Makeba.
Yeah.
I worked with her for 30 years. She was, so I know Stokely. Yeah. Oh, it's a small world,
Do you know Tony Akinoye at African International Television?
No, where is he?
In Lagos.
Okay.
Yeah.
African International TV.
Yeah, AIT. Yeah.
No, but the owner, who's now late, Raymond Dokwesi, was my partner.
What?
What?
Yeah, man. Tony interviewed me over there a couple of times.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Raymond and I worked together for a very long time.
Yeah, I talked to Tony about a year or so ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was interested to meet and talk with you guys because next year South Africa is going to be celebrating 30 years of freedom. South Africa. And we've got a lot of projects that we're doing. Because I worked with Mandela from 1990 to the day he died. And we have...
Yeah, that's the name of a little short story to film. You have something online that we can see?
No, not about that particular.
How about you got some projects online that we can look at?
My work as an actress. Yeah.
They already got the project.
What's your name again?
They got it. I tell you, we did
And you are an actress?
Yes, I'm an actress and writer.
This is right here, too. Okay. So I'm with Tribe Media. We can bring us on the marketing.
Sunday at 12:30.
It's
about African albinism.
Without melanin, and it advocates for them because in one country, Malawi, they're actually killed. Some of them are killed, some of them are abducted, some of them, when you're pregnant, in the States they can tell that you have a baby with albinism. In Africa they don't have the technology to tell. So what the nurses do is they're trained by shady people obviously to, when a woman gives birth, they take the baby and they tell the woman that the baby didn't survive just because the baby's got albinism. And then if a person with albinism dies after the funeral, they exhume the body. So it's so bad. So our film advocates for them, but not in a soppy way, in an empowering way, because we want people to realize that they are us, they are part of us. So it's called White Yet Black.
Wow. So you're gonna put the whole narrative into this movie, and then you're on your way back to Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe.
We're gonna miss you already. Wow. Thank you.
Thank you for your support. Thank you for coming.
We're in this for the long haul now. We'll be here. We'll be back again next year.
I think I'm going to try and come back for the 15th anniversary.
Okay. Thank you. It's such a pleasure meeting
Bye.
Maria,
So I got to take it of this. So this instrument I was playing, made in the USA. I made this one when I moved here to the USA. And we also belong to a dance group called Shinyakari Ensemble. And she happens to be the daughter of my aunt. So we are related. So the daughter of my aunt, her mom is the director of Shinyakari. We do variety of Zimbabwean music.
In the Bay Area, we're one of the few Zimbabwean traditional performing groups in the world. So, that's how we're doing. Yeah, we're grateful to be here today.
It's always good to share. So whilst you're finishing, or maybe we say wrapping up, we brought some few mirrors so you can get the idea of what is in Bira. So I brought another time.
So what I did, I went and
thank
made
you,
it, put it in the
everyone.
oven, and then ran to come over so I could meet you guys. So when it was ready, then I sent that other lady to go pick up. She was supposed to bring it. She lost her kids. So now, and she's calling.
Well, thank you so much.
I'm not
Thank you
hearing
so
her.
much. We
So
would like to.
that's why it took so long. It was already, it was ready.
We have a very early morning. So let's do it again.
Oh, let's do it again. Yeah, definitely.
For coming out to welcome us.